I've been in business for 4 years, all while making everybody just still look like themselves. 99.9% of the things that I do, I don't feel ready because I'm very like, okay, let's go. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You fail? Okay, get back up and try again.
That's true, and I don't know why, but I think the longer you're in business, the more you're just like, why not? Did leadership come naturally to you?
Personally, I think I suck at leadership.
Stop it.
I do. I think I do because I hate micromanagement. Hate.
So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. We are not talking to someone in the trades. We have been talking to tradespeople so far, but we are talking to someone who is building real shit, running a business, running a farm, managing life, and staying disciplined in her fitness. Today I'm sitting down with Melissa, owner of Melblue's Infusion and Wellness Studio here in Mooresville, North Carolina. Yep. So thank you so much for coming in today.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So Melissa was one of the first, I guess, business owner friends that I made when I moved here. You came to our grand opening of ASAP in North Carolina. I came to your grand opening, and we've kind of just been cheering for each other from afar, and we're busy, so we never get together. But I'm excited you're here today.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about the business that you run and what you do?
Yeah, so I am a nurse practitioner, and I've been in business for 4 years. But I've been a nurse practitioner for about 5 or 6 and a registered nurse for about 10. My background has been in ER nursing, and then I just kind of slowly transitioned into aesthetics, which we'll get more into that. But yeah, we do IV infusions, we do like B12 shots, we do Botox fillers, Sculptra, all while making everybody just still look like themselves. Right. I also wanted to create like a safe space where people can come and just sometimes just like shoot the shit, right? Like, don't feel like you're coming to like a med spa where like you can't like curse or you can't do this or that. And it's like, no, like come and be yourself, and we can kind of like execute what you're trying to achieve in a super chill, calm environment.
Yeah, I can say that I've seen that too, because I've been to like those big, I don't even know if they're like corporate type of feeling when you walk in and you're kind of just like a number to them. They don't know you, but it is much different than going to your place because I feel welcome there and everybody's really nice. So awesome. I get that.
Thank you.
So what made you start this in the first place?
Oh my God. So long story short, I was a registered nurse in the ER going to school to be a nurse practitioner back in Miami, Florida, which is where I'm from. In Miami, Florida, you have way more opportunities as a nurse practitioner than a registered nurse. I did some travel nursing, and when I moved to North Carolina, I was like, well, let me see what I can do with my nurse practitioner license. I met Dr. Princess Thomas, and she's like, because I was gonna see if I can like maybe shadow or just like learn from different doctors to see where I wanted to go as far as like with my nurse practitioner license. And she was like, hey, I have an opportunity. I'm the medical director of a med spa. I have an opportunity, and we need a nurse practitioner. Said, okay, well, I don't really know what the fuck about injections. Like, I don't know, I'm ER. She's like, no, we'll teach you. I'm like, all right, cool. So me being me, I'm like, yeah, it, let's go. So I went, I was working for a med spa. I learned everything there. But then the like owner was like sleeping with like the manager, and it was like this whole thing. Okay. I was like, okay, this is not gonna last. Like, okay. And of course it didn't last. So I was gonna just go back to the ER and see what I can do with my nurse practitioner license. The business consultant for that med spa was like, why don't you just open up your own thing? And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And she was like, I see it in you. Like, you can do it. And of course, me being me, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that started.
Okay. So it wasn't this grand vision you had
Absolutely
your whole
not.
life. You kind of just fell into it.
Hard no.
Okay. So I guess that kind of answers my next question. Like, did you feel ready, or did you just go for it?
No, I did not feel ready. 99.9% of the things that I do, I don't feel ready. I do think that's part of why I've been successful, like so successful in such a short amount of time, because I'm very like, okay, let's go. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You fail? Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep
Fail
pushing.
faster.
I just kind of, I'm never ready. I just kind of go for it and see what happens, And again, what's the worst? You fail. Okay, get back up and try again.
Yeah, I think I've seen the most amount of like success when I do that too. And it took me a couple years to get to that point where I felt comfortable just risking things, And my husband and I were just talking about this. He's like, the older we get, the riskier you get and the more conservative I get. And I'm like, that's true. And I don't know why, but I think the longer you're in business, the more you're just like, why not? Like,
And
go for it.
honestly, after a certain amount of time, like just the less you give, you're just like,
maybe that's it. Yeah.
honestly.
Okay, so you didn't know what you were doing when you started.
I'm not a fucking wizard either. You know, I don't even know what the I'm doing. So I work hard at it though. People are like, you know what the you're doing? I'm like, yeah, but I'll be there every fucking day.
What is something that you believed early on when you were in business that you found out was not true?
That you need to see everybody. So you need to kind of accept anything and everything that walks in through your door, right? Because you need to make some money to pay the bills. But throughout the years and the time, I've learned that saying no to certain clients or certain opportunities gives me more energy and more like brain capacity to actually do and focus on the things that actually matter and that are actually going to bring in revenue. So that's something that I did learn at first. I was just like, yeah, what do you want? Like just kind of marketing to like, I don't know, anything really.
Yeah.
Beauty wise, I guess you can say. Or I was also seeing clients Monday through Monday. Like I was like, you want Sunday? Let's go.
Okay. I totally agree with you. I think that a lot of people do that when they first start. They say yes to everything.
And then yes to everything.
You know, like just like in your business, you have core values. Like you have values when it comes to your customers too. You don't want to say yes to everything. So
yeah, you have to learn how to say no. And some people drain your energy. And it's like, oh my God, I only saw like 2 people today. Why am I like just done, you know? Or those people that you just can never make happy. And it also goes back to like employees too, right? Like there's certain employees and that you just, no matter what, they don't see it, they don't get it. And it's almost like you don't want to keep trying to bang your head and trying to make that one person happy. That's just kind of internal. So same thing with clients. It's like an internal thing. So you just kind of can shift your focus on people that do value you and see, you know, the difference and stuff.
And you see clients like so up close and personal, like you spend one-on-one time with them. So that is a lot different. You know, like our business, our client, we may never even see. The people taking the phone calls never see them. I never see them. The technician may see them, maybe not. So it's like that relationship you have with them is so much more critical, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And we see them every few, times a year, whether it's every 3 months, every 2 months. So you kind of get certain, like I've built great friendships through the business, through clients, and just things where you can like relate to people,
Yeah. Cool. Did leadership come naturally to you?
Personally, I think I suck at leadership.
Stop it.
I do. I think I do because I hate micromanagement. I hate when people micromanage me. So
That doesn't mean you're a leader though, if you're micromanaging.
I think I don't set clear expectations. And I think it also comes because I don't really know business stuff. I've never done this before.
Yeah, you're learning.
I'm learning. So it's kind of hard for me to like pinpoint and like say certain things when it's like, I don't know either because I'm growing, But leadership, I think, is something that a lot of other people saw in me because I was even like a supervisor at one point for the ER. It was an opportunity that was presented to me. I was like, really? You guys want me to be a supervisor? Like, maybe me. Okay, let's go. And I was a supervisor.
Yeah.
I hated it. I don't like leadership.
Like, I'm going to go start my own company.
I know. Bye. And do leadership.
Yeah.
But I don't like leadership, honestly. It's part of the business, something that you have to do. But sometimes it's kind of like you're the bad guy. Can be.
You can be. Yeah. I think that you maybe have like a misconception because of negative experiences you've had. Like to me, leadership doesn't mean micromanaging. It means the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, setting the vision for where we're going, and you're going to have people follow you, just leading by example, so.
Yeah, I guess if you see it that way, I guess I do see leadership, like when somebody asks me a question like that, I see leadership as like when I was working at the hospital and they were micromanaging and wanting, and it was always a leadership team that was doing certain things. And I guess that got stuck in me. I'm like, I don't ever want to be like that. I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah.
So I just don't micromanage. I don't I'm like, I don't know, figure it out on your own. But yeah, I think that's probably where it comes from.
Yeah, I think that leadership from like a corporate or ER level is probably much different than
absolutely
leadership. So
yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So when you do lead your team, is it with like empathy then, or do you just set expectations for them? So I feel like you're either kind of one or the other. Like me, I learned that I am like a data-driven leader. Like I just want to see the numbers and I'm going to coach on numbers. But then there's other people that are like, emotion driven and empathy driven, and do you fall towards one or the other?
I guess kind of like in the middle, because we all have to meet certain numbers to keep the doors open. But I think probably more with empathy, because my business is completely different. So I'm not gonna lead more with numbers and expectations, because I don't want my employees to sell things that the person doesn't need.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that need to be met. So probably more empathy, I would say.
Yeah. Was there a moment that you thought this might not work?
Yeah, I still think that shit all the time. Mainly in the beginning, honestly. Now I'm like, there's no turning back. Only forward is the only way. I mean, I thought that way to begin with too. But yeah, I still have my doubts sometimes. Like, how far is this gonna go, right? And the more you keep investing in the business, then the more debt you're in. We can call it assets, but you still gotta pay the assets. It's still, it can be debts and stuff, but it's scary. But yeah, there's times where I'm like, damn, what if? But honestly, me being me, I'm just like, fuck it. Like,
I love it.
There's nothing, you can't control it, like, whatever.
So looking back at when you first started versus now, what changed the most in you as a person?
Oh, the old Melissa's gone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And all the people that we listen to, which I think is why we also connect a lot, is like Andy Frisella and Mylette. Like, all those people say the same thing. It's like that old version of you has to die. Like, there's no, I've just completely changed, shifted my mind. I've had to work a lot on, so running a business solo by myself, there's a lot. There's burnout. It's a lot of medical stuff together with marketing, with social media, with just running numbers and all that stuff. You go crazy.
Did you always have this discipline, or did you develop it? Because I know you are big into, your health and fitness. And I think that's a big part of that's what makes you successful too, from what I can see.
I've always had some sort of discipline, because I always knew where I wanted to go. But it's obviously shifted way more, because it's a lot of weight on your shoulders to make it and to make sure everything is going well. So my discipline has gotten I did 75 hard.
Yes.
My husband and I did 75 hard together at some point, and then separately he did it together. He did it by himself. That helped us a lot. But yeah, my discipline has gotten better throughout the years, because I've just had no option.
Yeah, I think that I see some people go all in on discipline and making sure they have their mind right, and then some people get so busy that they kind of let themselves go in the chaos. And I feel like I've kind of been in both places at one point. I'm like, okay, I gotta rein it in. There's a reason the business isn't going well. It's because my mind and my body, everything is not where it needs to be, and
for
that
sure
affects the business. So I'm gonna ask some rapid fire questions to end this, so just answer whatever comes to your mind. Okay? Natural look or full glam?
Natural.
One thing most people misunderstand about Botox?
That they're gonna look fake and not like themselves.
Okay. Most underrated treatment right now?
Sculptra. It stimulates your collagen, and there's always a time and a place for filler, and I like filler, but I love Sculptra. And I feel like it's underrated. Not a lot of people know about it. A lot of people just know about filler, but they're not. Sculptra stimulates your collagen, and filler is kind of like a Band-Aid. It's just adding volume to where you lost the volume. But the reason you lost the volume is because you lost collagen. Okay. And it's not going to give you collagen.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Coffee or pre-workout?
It depends. Before the gym, pre-workout. But if I'm not going to go to the gym, coffee.
Early mornings or late nights?
Early morning.
Balance or obsession?
That's tough. Because when I want something, I get obsessed until I reach it and until it's mine. But life is about balance sometimes.
I think there's no such thing as balance if you're building something.
Right. So if you're building something, you get obsessed, and you're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Until you get it. But people like us, we get it, and then we're like, all right, what's the next thing?
Yeah. I don't care about balance.
I know. Which is something I'm trying to work on. Because here's what happens, and I don't know if it happens to you. If I want this book. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get that book. What do I need to do to get it? Okay, I get the book. I don't give a fuck about the book anymore. I don't even read it. Like, I'm just like, all right, what's the next thing? And then get obsessed about the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And it's like, when do you sit back and like enjoy and look at everything that you've done because of your obsessions? But like, when do you, you know?
Yeah, I feel that.
I do too.
Okay, last question. Andy Frisella or David Goggins?
Fuck. I think Andy Frisella, because he talks more about business, but he is also very about the mind and things like that. David Goggins, I think, is just strictly about mindset. I think Andy's about both. So I'm gonna go with Andy.
Okay, cool.
How about you? Andy or David Goggins?
Andy, I love Andy. Yeah, like my dream is to meet him one day and just like strategize business.
I know, I would love to.
I just get him.
Yeah, I same. I know. And honestly, I would love to meet him also in the sense of like, there's not a lot of that kind of business mentorship type thing in what I do. What I do is one day, that's one of on my long ass to-do list, is to do business coaching that way for aesthetics.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't exist.
It's probably all like, I don't know. I know people with like med spas or whatever, and they don't act anything like you act. So that's like how I could imagine coaching being.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all my questions. If anyone wants to reach you, how should they reach you?
So they can follow me, melblus.infusion wellness studio, MELBLUS.infusion wellness studio on Instagram, or our website, melblus.com.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you.
Yes, girl. Thank you.